keep you updated on the capital and financial markets. Here is a recap of what happened. Chinese mutual fund firms have ratcheted up investments in their own products on bets the dip buying strategy will help them ride out the uncertainty prevailing on the stock markets. Some 60 firms have spent more than 2.5 billion yuan buying their own funds so far this year, according to data compiled by the China Securities Journal. Global hedge funds and asset managers are scouring Tokyo for talent to expand in Japan and ride a surge of investor interest that has lifted the stock market to its highest in more than 3 decades. Lured by signs of improving governance and better shareholder returns at many companies in the world's third-largest economy, big investors, including the likes of Warren Buffett, have piled into Japanese equities this year. That has helped send the up some 22%. Making it one of the best-performing benchmarks this year. The shift in corporate governance has been a draw for activist investors, which previously struggled to change the status quo at Japanese companies. The number of activist funds has trebled over the last 5 years to 69, according to data from IR Japan. Indonesia's fund management industry assets rose 0.65% in the first half of 2023 as bond funds gained but stocks declined. The industry had 511.49 trillion rupiah, $40.66 billion United States dollars, of assets as of end June, up from 508.2 trillion rupiah at the end of 2022. According to latest figures published on the website of the Financial Services Authority of Indonesia. The regulator typically posts the data without providing analysis. Assets of bond funds were up 8.5% to 151.93 trillion rupiah. Stock funds shrank 5.2% to 105.28 trillion rupiah. The decline in stock funds was primarily because foreign investors cut their exposure to Indonesian equities in favor of developed market stocks, according to a fund manager at a local fund management firm. I think the trend will continue going forward as inflation in the US is likely to moderate over the next 12 months, the Jakarta-based fund manager tells Asia Asset Management, speaking on condition of anonymity. Philippine President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos has signed legislation to formally create the first sovereign wealth fund in the Southeast Asian nation. He described the wealth fund, called the Maharlika Investment Fund, as a bold step towards the country's economic transformation. For the first time in the history of the Philippines, we now have a sovereign wealth fund designed to drive economic development, he said at the signing ceremony for the Maharlika Investment Fund Act in Manila on the 18th of July. SEBI introduced a subcategory for environmental, social, and governance investments under the thematic category of equity investments on the 20th of July. A scheme can be introduced under this category with any of the 6 strategies provided by the market regulator. This includes exclusion, integration, best-in-class and positive screening, impact investing, sustainable objectives, and transition or transition-related investments, according to a circular by the Securities and Exchange Board of India. The proposal for it was initially made in February. Currently, mutual funds are permitted to launch only one scheme with ESG investing under the thematic category for equity schemes. However, the regulator has now allowed the launch of multiple schemes with different strategies, considering industry representations demanding multiple schemes with multiple strategies and also to reduce the risk of greenwashing. FIMM is pleased to announce the release of its annual report 2022 with the theme, "In the Grand Scheme of Things." Visit FIMM's official website to download a digital copy. The latest e-zine is now available for download at FIMM's official website. This edition features articles on the usage of social media for investment marketing, an introduction to vulnerable investors as well as the recent Global Money Week. Download your copy today and stay informed about the latest developments in the industry. This has been the FIMM TV Weekly Recap. Be informed, stay updated. Be sure to like, share and subscribe.